The largest and final of the LEGO Super Mario Wave for January 2022 is the Luigi's Mansion Haunt and Seek expansion set involving King Boo and a variety of other ghosts. Man, I didn't even equip the gloves yet, and all these pieces are rolling around here. My desk is a mess with some Luigi hotness here today. My name is Brian Saviano, Bricks O'Brien. I hope you're doing as well as possible. This is a massive playset that I literally just finished building mere moments ago, but wanted to give you my thoughts on it and all the play features that go along with it. So you see the top-down view here. There's a lot going on, but you can't see the best perspective, so let me take my phone and show you a bit more in depth what it looks like. And obviously, Luigi does not come with the set, as you most likely know, but you can see the ghosts and the different areas that are out throughout the mansion. It's based off Luigi's Mansion 1, really, for the most part, but there's a little bit of 3 inside of here as well. I kind of get that energy with the overall style and approach. Lots of awesome gold pieces, as you can see. And the main point is you're getting these gems. They are hidden all throughout the set, as we'll take a look at. Lots of play features, but there's only 2 ghosts technically all throughout it. Toad is in the picture frame, as you can see right over toward this way. And then King Boo is lurking in the background. What a beautiful, beautiful piece of plastic that is. But we'll take a look at that in a second. This is what it looks like from the player's point of view while you're looking at it this way. So now that I gave you that new perspective on the set, I want to show you all the different figures that are included. So this is the Grabber Ghost, which is pretty similar in terms of function to the other ghosts that you would see in LEGO Super Luigi, or Luigi's Mansion in this case. You can see the printed sticker on the back. And all the ghosts are exclusive to their own set. So this is the only way that you can get the Grabber Ghost if you really wanted to grab this ghost specifically. But the build is as interesting as it could be considering what the type of ghost is. Proportionally, this is how big the ghost is to Luigi. So it's kind of on par. You know, actually, no, Luigi still looks massive. He still looks like a massive Goliath. But yeah, the size difference, it gets a little bit better with the next ghost that I want to show you. The next ghost I want to show you is definitely not Slimer. This is the Garbage Can Ghost. So it's the same sort of piece as with Bowser Jr. in terms of having a printed face element there, so that's really nice. And the very bottom of this ghost looks like how they would do Pac-Man ghosts if they ever were to do those in Lego form, that same similar style. The interactive tile is on the back. And yeah, you can see the size compared to Luigi. This ghost, I believe, is supposed to be a lot bigger than Luigi, but clearly it is not. Luigi is still tired, and he's gargantuan, so yeah. And just in case you never got Toad before, now you can get him in this set here. So that face print is exclusive to the set, but we've obviously seen Toad in the Treasure Hunt and a couple of the other sets before, so you maybe already have a Toad, but this is your standard colored Toad with the red hat, helmet, head, I don't know, and then the blue for the torso bit there. The printing is not stellar. Like, it looks even worse on camera. It's not as worse as you think when you see it in person, but it could have used like another coat of paint on there. It looks very like discolored, because that middle color right there should be the same color as Toad's face, and it's clearly not. So just keep that sort of thing in mind. And now on to my favorite aspect of the set and my favorite character of the set. This is King Boo from Luigi's Mansion, which is different from the King Boo we got in the Haunted Yard. And if you did see my video about the Haunted Yard, you would know that, yeah, I love King Boo, and that's pretty cool, but I really wanted the Luigi's Mansion version of the character, and it looks like those designers over in Denmark were listening, because now we have King Boo from Luigi's Mansion. So that's pretty sweet. Now, do I need to hold down the button to inhale King Boo? I don't. Wow. So it functions the same way as the other King Boo. So you don't need to hold that down in order to get King Boo captured into the vacuum. So that's interesting. But that is a completely printed piece right there. The bottom portion here, they changed that from the previous King Boo, because if you took just the character off of where it was in that hut, there'd be a giant white rod protruding out the bottom of King Boo. And it made it so you couldn't like sit the character down like that. It'd always be like tilted like that. So they actually made it so you can take this off really easily on the bottom right there. It's just a pin and all that. Take that right out, and then boom, you can actually sit it down like a normal figure or whatever, and it's not awkward. So that's really cool. they actually fixed that. Really nice. So I love that. I love the printing on it. Great job on there. And compared to the size of Luigi, King Boo should be massive. This should be I'm talking like, this King Boo should be 5 times the size that it is right now. But for the sake of the play system, it makes sense. Maybe if we ever get minifigures of Luigi and Luigi's Mansion, they can do King Boo justice. But until then, this is all we're going to get. So those are all the characters, and now taking a look at everything here, you're seeing there's a lot of play area to work with, and you can either play with the system they're kind of intending here, or you can't. So it's totally up to you. But each of these different sections has something kind of unique going on with it. Again, they're getting very comfortable with the play system for Lego Super Mario and really innovating on the play techniques and making it super interesting, in my opinion. So the first little section I'll go over, this has basically a meal ready to go. And the way that this one works, I believe, is you need to open this drawer right here. So you open this drawer like that. That literally just flew 15,000 feet off of my desk. But anyways, you open up that, it just rolled right off into the ether. So you open up the desk here, and then the gem pops out the very top of it. You're supposed to collect 3 gems. So, and obviously, by the way, the start area is the same. So there's 3 different colored gems, blue, green, and pink, all throughout the area. So this is the blue gem. It's got that printed piece right on the top there. I believe they're different. So yeah, that's what you're collecting here. But like I said in previous reviews, these all amount to coins in the end. So just like with, basically it's the 3 item boxes from Dory's Beachfront expansion, except they're gems and they probably are worth more. So if you care about that, that's what they do. So there you go. Unfortunately, can't recomplete that little bit. It flew off into the ether. It might as well be into the metaverse. It's just gone. So whatever. The next section I'll show you over here. I know everybody loves a little bit of potty humor. So the way this one works is you have your potty. You know, make sure you unclog your toilets, by the way. All right, don't let it get to this point where there's stuff bubbling out of here. But you would take Luigi typically, and you would flip this thing over right here, and that is your green gem. So you can see the green gem insignia right there. Inside the toilet is a little bit of toilet water, and it's flowing, or rather leaking, underneath there, as you can see. And then as a little Easter egg on the back here, there's a little bit of cheese for the mice, because there's a little mice that run all throughout the hallways of Luigi's Mansion. So that's a nice little detail there. So that's that section. I'll go with this over here. This bed's pretty cool. So the bed, you can rotate this around as you want to, right? While you're playing the game. I mean, you don't have to, but anyways. So what you do is you take Luigi, and you're supposed to jump on the bed like this, and then another gem pops out right there. So you can see there's your pink gem. They're just 2x2 little bits, but I like this. I like this play functionality. So the bed, you can't really see it with Luigi's massive body covering the whole bed, but it's very satisfying. This like jumping sort of mechanic here, it works really well, you know? And this whole little section can pop off like that, no problem. So you can see actually inside of the bed. Nothing too remarkable there, but side detailing on the bed there. Yeah, nothing too crazy. But just a very simple play functionality that I think works really well. So yeah, something to note there. The next section is actually a really cool one over here. I messed it up from before. Hold on. There we go. That's back to as it should be. We're working our way up to the big boss, King Boo. All right, so it's taken me a half second to rotate this all around and show you every little thing. So let me actually put this one a little more up close. So this is supposed to be a pool table because on the side here, you can see the pool cues that are hanging off the wall. You can equip Luigi with them, but Luigi doesn't fight ghosts with pool cues. That's not... You deal with mobsters that way, not ghosts. So anyways, you take Luigi, and you're hitting this section here, and what's really cool is this pool table is like flip-flopping all around. So no matter what side the pool table kind of lands on, you're getting a bunch of coins this way. So the idea is you keep doing this and flipping it and flopping it. So you get it over here. You get the underneath section. Let's see, keep going. There we go. And then there's a whole other section over there too. You could scan it on this side. I believe they're all the same. Let's take a look here. So you can see There's the coins right there. They look very the same, right? They look the same-ish. There's just a, checkerboard pattern on the very bottom there. And, yeah, I like it a lot. So this allows you to kind of slam down. It's very loud, actually. So any parents out there that are watching, it gets a little obnoxious. But anyways, I really like what they did for the golden picture frame here for Toad. That's really nice. So you can see that there's gold accents all around. It's actually not a picture frame. You still get the 3D character as part of the whole thing, right? They could have done a printed piece where it's like, oh, we're only going to show you a picture of Toad. No, you actually still get the physical character to take out and do whatever you want with. By the way, that thing is not double-sided, by the way. So you can't, like you can see, there's no printing on the other side over there. So you can't have a normal-looking Toad after he's escaped. He's always going to look like he's in peril right there. But hey, that's kind of how it goes. And his interactive tile, by the way, is right back here. So if you scan that with Luigi, he'll be like, oh, I saved you. There we go. And you get a bunch of coins just like as if you were seeing EGAD. So now that we've seen a lot of the play system with Lego Luigi and Mario, they have a lot of the same functionality, right? Whether you interact with a NPC character, no matter who it is, they're going to have the same functionality in terms of getting coins. So we're seeing it's a little bit of repetition now. You kind of know what to expect. But anyways, on to the King Boo battle. This looks a little bit awkward from this point of view, but I'll still show you this regardless. So what you're supposed to do is put Luigi on top of here, and there's a little bit of unique music that plays, which it sounds like it's from Mario, but it's clearly from Luigi's Mansion. You're supposed to move this, and I'll show you from this perspective here. So King Boo is locked in there via the studs, as you can see, right? But what you're supposed to do, it's a really cool system. It's innovating on what was happening in King Boo in the Haunted Yard. So pretend you're on the table, and you're moving this whole structure around, hoping to knock either yourself off of there, in which you get dizzy, right? But you're supposed to knock King Boo off of here. So this can get a little rough when you're playing. So let's say I'm over here, right? And you kind of have to grab Luigi like this and then shake him all about like that. And then you knock King Boo off. And then just like I showed you before, you destroy him a bunch of times just like that. And then, come on, there he goes. King Boo is defeated. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So this is how you defeat King Boo. It's a much better play system compared to the last time you were playing against King Boo in the Haunted Yard. So it's different, but it still works really well. I like it a lot. It feels like you're actually in a boss battle. And the fact that you can take the King Boo and remove that little bottom bit and just have it as like a figure you can, chase Luigi around your house and do whatever with, I think that's a lot of good play functionality there. And the last thing I kind of didn't mention, because I feel like it's the weakest part of this whole thing, the way that you're supposed to go from room to room around here is through this area. It's like a rotating sort of door. So you can check that out. And you can place Luigi inside of here. So as you rotate this around, there's like a creaking door sound as if he's opening up to different rooms. But the way the Super Mario Play system has worked, you're not going through doorways. So you're normally just skipping around to different areas. Like if you can visualize it, right? These different wall segments here are supposed to like divvy up all the different sections in which you're playing. So this is meant to like go from room to room as you have, the bed is over here. You have the pool table over here. Final boss battle over here. So this is supposed to rotate to all the different rooms, which is fine. But I feel like kids are just going to jump around and do all the things anyways. They're not going to like bother going inside of here. And not for nothing, because of the tubing that's on the back of the Poltergust, placing him in there like this in order to achieve the effect takes an extra couple of seconds. If you're going for your high score, you're not going to want to do that. And kids are going to get frustrated with that. You don't get any extra coins by doing this, right? It's just for the sake of, the immersion, which this is not immersive anyways, because it's not a cohesive mansion and it falls apart pretty easily anyway. So whatever. It's just whatever. So in total, look at it's just, and this set, by the way, is a massive pain to transport. If you want to move this from room to room, forget about it. You need a piece of poster board or something. This stuff, like the Super Mario stuff in general, some parents have been like, Brian, what do you recommend for storage or whatever? Nothing. It's a massive pain in the butt. It's not meant to be easy. This is not an intuitive system for transportation or storage or anything like that. It's literally just a massive pain. So don't worry. You're not missing out on some master builder technique here. There's no rocket science. So anyways, do I recommend this? It's an $80 set. I think, you get King Boo, you get 2 ghosts in here, man. You could have tossed in one more ghost. I don't know if they're going to do more Luigi's Mansion sets. They really covered a lot of the bases here with what they presented. And if we're not going to get a full-scale mansion, and this is all we're going to get, you know what I mean? It's just to me, it's a little disappointing. As I said before, I wanted a extensive mansion facade that had something like this involved with it as well. It feels very disjointed. It doesn't transport very easily. Like, you can't pick this up. It's a bunch of stuff in a crate and it all falls apart more so than most of the other Lego Super Mario sets. So keep that in mind. I think if you manage to get this like $20 off, like a 30% off sort of a deal, I think you'd be in a much better position. But as it is right now, there's just not enough characters to drive the set. Yes, you get the 2 Ghost King Boo and Toad there. You could have included another Boo. There's plenty of Boo in Luigi's Mansion that warrant having another Boo as part of this set. It's the biggest set of the wave, so why not? There could have been something else in here. But the play functionality here, the little bits like the bed and then the toilet and everything else, those are really cool. They did an excellent job with the play functionality here. You're definitely going to get your play's worth out of it, especially with the King Boo final boss battle. It's one of my favorite boss battles of any of the Lego Super Mario play system stuff. But yeah, it's getting to this point where I'm a little bit sick of picking these up and transporting it, because it's just, so if I wanted to pick this up, right, do this, and then it all just kind of like that, you get different different sections like this. So, yeah. All right. So that's what I think. Hopefully you get some value assessment out of what I've done here. This is the last of the Lego Luigi's Mansion lineup in the Wave 4, 4 for January 2022. Before I leave you with final thoughts about what's going to happen in the future, man, if they're not going to give us minifigures of these guys, I hope we get Peach at this rate. I hope we get Peach and a giant castle. Is that going to happen? I've been wrong about everything they're going to do with this line, so I'm not willing to bet money on it, but I hope we get Peach one of these days, I guess. I don't know. My name's been Brian Saviano, Bricks O'Brien. I'll see you again in the very near future for more Lego Super Mario reviews. Come to think about it, I never reviewed the question mark block, so I'll probably do that. Why not, right? Bye.